Now on hour 18, it's Friday night, 6 o'clock. Chicago police promising to saturate gun-plagued areas. And a new federal strike force is now in place. But as usual, no one really knows what will happen this weekend. Tonight, our team of reporters is asking, is it the strike force? Is it enough? And what more needs to be done? Let's start with CBS 2's Chris Tye.
Brad, we've been reporting on all of these chapters over the weeks and months. The head of CPD meeting with the head of the Department of Justice, meeting with the President of the United States last week. A lot of big names with a lot of big ideas. But the people who spend the most time on the front line with the youth in Chicago, who are most entangled in the violent surge that we've seen, say they need a seat at the table too.
Seems like death has shifted to the younger crowd now. Now you're 16 and you're in the grave. You're 17 and you're the shooter.
A memorial basketball game for alumni at Sullivan House Charter School killed by gun violence. On the same week, the nation's top lawyer rolling out plans to curb Chicago gun violence.
I'm not here from Washington to tell you what to do. I'm here from Washington to find out what we can do to help.
U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland talking strike forces in Chicago today, which embeds federal agents in homicide units and tracks gun pipelines here.
They really need to get that input from some of the people at the schools to see what we really need, because we're the ones who talk to the students. We're the ones who know the students.
I'm for it, if it can help potentially stop the gun violence in Chicago.
Kendra Rodriguez lost her fiance, Earl Young, to gun violence 3 years ago.
So when you hear these big programs of adding federal agents and trying to do interstate task forces, do you roll your eyes or do you cross your fingers?
I cross my fingers because I have hope in whatever they try to do.
Last year, the Trump administration's Operation Legend targeted violent crime. 103 Chicago defendants charged with federal crimes as a result, 72 of them for firearms-related offenses.
What was the final report card on Operation Legend?
If you ask me, I would say it was probably somewhere around a C-.
Damon Daniel of the ad hoc group Against Crime says proof of Legend's failure in his hometown of Kansas City was clear.
At the end of the day, violent crime was still very high. It was at an all-time high. We've lost more people that year that we had Operation Legend than any other year in Kansas City. So
I don't want anyone to get confused. We need help. Chicago needs help.
But educators say not just in the form of strike forces.
Yeah.
They say listening to and equipping educators who know the young people killed and the ones they're trying to protect.
We just believe that there's more to it, and this is a piece that's being overlooked.
Putting big money, big dollars behind ATF programs here in the city of Chicago is a great thing, according to these educators, but big money needs to also be put into places like Sullivan House School, according to them. They say these schools help kids up through age 21, years past when CPS usually moves kids off of a school campus. And Brad, they also say they offer really refined programs for students who are parents and students who don't have active incomes. They say getting on the ground and managing at that level, crucial as well.
Chris, well told there. And the expert from Kansas City who says Operation Legend was a C-. So what criteria will he use to determine the strike force, the effectiveness of that?
Yeah, he said he gave that C- because there were some weak returns when it comes to solve rates on a lot of those cases where people were criminally charged. And he says, look for how many people start volunteering information. Those are sort of yardsticks that he would use. But with now these strike forces, we're going to try and find out where guns come from. And if we can connect those dots sufficiently and shut off those pipelines, that might be a new litmus test by which we determine success or failure.
Okay, we will wait for the grade. Thank you, Chris.